Hello, salespersons of all makes, models, and brands. My name is Chance, and thank you so much for tuning into step 1 of the car sales process over here at the Sales Bible. Now, let's take a moment and check out step 1, the meet and greet. Now, your estimated time is going to be between 1 to 5 minutes, the biggest factor being how many people are there. And we will get into that a little bit later on. But for the moment, let's take a look at the process behind this step. So usually it plays out like this. You poke your head out and you see a young lady walking through the door or one looking at vehicles in the showroom. Now, it is your sole responsibility as a salesperson to facilitate the sale in the most efficient, effective, and easiest way possible for the consumer. So you usually walk up and you say, "Hello, what brings you in today?" She'll respond something to the effect of, "Hey, I'm just looking at getting into a new vehicle." Then you're going to smile, look at her again, and say, "Congratulations and thank you for making it in today. My name is Chance and I'd love to help you make an informed decision." Then you extend your hand and say, "You are?" And then she'll say, "Lisa," and hopefully shake your hand. "It's nice to meet you, Chance." Then you say, "Likewise, Lisa. Here, grab a seat. Can I grab you any water, coffee, or tea?" Always make the offer and always tell them to grab a seat. Now, there's a couple reasons that you're going to want to do this. The biggest one is being control. If you can control the process, then typically you'll get the sale. More often than not, I see the process degrade and people lose a sale as a direct result of that. So just make sure each step facilitates nicely into the next one, and you should be okay. Now, let's get into some tips here. The first tip, always shake everyone's hand. Absolutely everyone. Even the people that don't really seem too involved in the process, shake their hand. Fact of the matter is if they've gotten brought along, then they're important to the consumer. They're important to the purchaser. And because of that, having them look at you in a kind way is never a bad thing. They also might be a co-signer, and if that's the case, you really want them on your side. So always just better to err on the side of caution. Also, tip number 2, always have a smile on, always be kind, always be friendly, and always be professional. Especially during that first initial meet, first impressions speak for a lot, and in the car sales industry, more often than not, if you screw up on this stage, they're just going to walk out. I've seen it happen. It sucks. I've had it happen to me when I was new. It sucks. It's a feeling that you definitely want to avoid. Tip number 3. Typically, if a person's being polite, they'll say no to the water, coffee, tea thing. That's not good. So what you're going to do if they say no is be like, "Oh, that's fine. I understand. I'm actually a little bit thirsty myself, so I'm going to grab myself some water." And then you come back with 2 waters or however many water, or have 1 water for every person that's there, I suppose. And you just present it to them. Just be like, "Hey, I felt kind of bad getting one for just myself, so I grabbed you all some. I hope you don't mind." And then they'll be like, "Oh, okay, sweet." Fact of the matter is the next step, and this is why the water is so important, the next step in the process is their needs analysis. So that involves quite a bit of chatting on their behalf, more so than yourself. So last thing you want them doing is getting a dry throat or feeling a little bit thirsty and just kind of wrecking the sales experience. So best to just avoid it altogether. And tip number 4, you're going to want to listen. Great listening is key for being a great salesperson. More often than not, customers will tell you how to close them if you're good enough at understanding where they're coming from. So always make sure you listen. That's a big thing for step number 2 as well, but we'll get into that in another video here. So that's in general my meet and greet. It kind of depends based on how I'm meeting them exactly, but as a good template to follow for people just wandering the showroom or fresh ups, this is a good way to go about it. It's clean, it's simple, and it makes a lot of logical sense. Once again, my selling style is logic, so I typically find it best this way. That being said, if you have any interesting meet and greets that you'd like to share with us, I'd really appreciate it if you could put it down beneath. It really helps us all learn, it really helps us all refine our craft that much further. Also, if you have any other tips, please feel free to put those down beneath as well. I can guarantee you we all really do appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. And as always, happy selling.